Hello and welcome to Your Broken Galaxy. I am Broken, and today I'm asking the question, what if the Republic and the CIS actually split peacefully? Here we go. Count Dooku is gathering support among several worlds and has created the Confederacy of Independent Systems. Obi-Wan has been captured for trespassing and is rightfully sentenced to execution by his captors. Suddenly, Anakin Skywalker and his girlfriend break into the place and just start bisecting people. So they end up adding Anakin and Padme to the execution list as well. Of course, the three of them try to break free, and I don't fault them for that. It is human nature to want to preserve your life. But then, suddenly, about 200 space wizards with laser swords show up and immediately start threatening the lives of everyone around. They engage in an unprovoked attack, and the budding Separatist alliance ends up trying to defend themselves. But then an army drops out of the sky and just slaughters them all. So, a week has passed, and the people of the Republic are informed about the absolutely horrible attack on the planet of Geonosis. Newt Gunray and Wat Tambor are giving speeches talking about how they wanted to peacefully separate from the Republic, and then out of nowhere they were attacked, and the citizens of the Republic are just horrified by what happened. Palpatine gets in front of the Senate and is like, "We needed an army for precisely this reason, to preserve the Republic." And the senator from E.T.'s homeworld is like, "No, this is terrible. We attacked a sovereign world unprovoked. The crimes of the Jedi and this so-called Grand Army of the Public are atrocities that will live in the history of our galaxy for 100,000 years. I propose that we disband the Grand Army of the Republic, imprison the Jedi involved in this atrocity, along with the warmonger Padme Amidala, allow the Separatist movement to peaceably separate from the Republic, and have a vote of no confidence in Supreme Chancellor Palpatine." And Palps is like, "What? That's ridiculous." And suddenly this Rhodian stands up and is like, "Vote now, vote now." And then he's joined by several others, and in a matter of moments, the entire Senate chamber is screaming, "Vote now, vote now." So Palpatine is removed from office, and he is panicking, right? Half the Jedi Council is arrested, along with dozens of knights and Padme, and every one of them are barred from having any kind of communication with the remaining Jedi. So at this point, all the Separatist Council is freaking elated. Newt's like, "We did it. We didn't even have to have a long protracted war resulting in quadrillions of credits being wasted to sustain our military momentum. We can just make tons of profits. Dooku, come on over here, let's celebrate, it's a party!" And Dooku is like really confused by this because he was expecting a huge war, and now he's found himself as the legitimate chief of state of a massive swath of the galaxy, and is like, "You know what? This is pretty good. Maybe Sheev's plan wasn't all it was cracked up to be." At this point, Bail Organa and Mon Mothma are freaking out. They both wanted peace, but because they were such close friends with Padme, their political opponents are trying to drag them down by association. So Bail goes on the news and denounces Padme, saying, "She was a charming but deceitful woman. I would have never approved of her going to attack the Geonosians. Myself, Mon Mothma, and the other members of the military Prevention Party believe she was only using us to further her own unknowable goals." In the Senate, one of the senators proposes that the Jedi be allowed to continue practicing their religion, but that they can no longer receive any kind of support from the government, and that their not-for-profit status is revoked. And the bill passes unanimously. At this point, Palpatine is just freaking furious, so he goes to see Dooku at Dooku's palace and says, "Count Dooku, we must use the droid army to invade the Republic." And Dooku is like, "Screw that, the galaxy is so much better off." And Palpazord is like, "Then your usefulness has come to an end." So Dooku presses a little button on his desk, and suddenly all these secret compartments in the walls open up, and like 50 Magna Guards start walking in. Laser turrets deploy from the ceiling. Asajj Ventress comes through the front door with a bunch of guards from like a dozen different Separatist worlds. "This man is trying to assassinate me. Arrest him. But if he resists violently, then respond in kind, Dooku says, and Palps throws his hands in the air and starts blasting electricity, at which point Dooku and Asajj guard themselves with their lightsabers, and every single Magna Guard rushes in. Palps zaps a good 30 or so of them, but gets overwhelmed, and the electrostabs end up knocking him unconscious. He's tried publicly and quickly for his attempted assassination of Dooku, and is executed. After the trial, Dooku releases all of the video recordings that he had in his office showing Palps trying to attack him, and says, Sheeves Palpatine was apparently a Sith Lord, trying to kill me for losing his position of power. Thankfully, he was subdued and, in accordance with the laws of our world, executed. However, the Confederacy of Independent Systems does not hold the Republic responsible. So, the Jedi Order leaves Coruscant and settles on Dantooine, where they fund themselves through farming. The Republic and the CIS create a huge amount of trade deals. Corruption is slowly weeded out throughout the galaxy, and the clones are given the freedom to live their lives how they see fit, resulting in a happily ever after for almost everyone in the galaxy, except Anakin, Padme, and the Jedi who ruthlessly attacked those poor Geonosins. Well, that is my video for today, and I'm so happy that you took the time to watch it. If you have ideas for what-if scenarios, or even just funny things in Star Wars that you want to get my opinion on, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to see what you guys have to say. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and all that garbage.